What's up, guys? My name is Emmanuel and this is Mulky Shopping YouTube channel. Today's video again is very interesting. Okay, we are going to look at this amazing bullet right here. Sometimes they call it magic bullet. We are going to unbox it, okay, and I'm going to show you every single item inside it and what it does. Now, because of this, I'm pleading with you, don't rush to watch this video. If you don't have time, don't watch 2 minutes, 3 minutes and you say, oh, I'm okay, then you skip, because you may not fully understand everything. There are plenty items inside here. So if you don't have time for today, just save the video. When you have time, sit back patiently and watch to the end. Now, before I move on, I'm also going to plead with you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Now, the reason why you have to subscribe is that we have dedicated ourselves to showing you different products we sell here at Mulky Shopping. Now, why do you have to subscribe? Because whenever we post a video, you'll be notified and then you can get it to watch, to know how to use a particular product. So that if you have one, then you're okay using it. If you don't have one, it will tell you, or it will kind of inform you whether you should get one for yourself. Even if you didn't buy it from us, our videos may be interesting and then relevant to you. So please, go down there, you see the red icon there with subscribe in it, click on it. Then when you are done, there's a bell icon, click on that and select all notifications so that anytime you post a video, you'll be there to watch it. Now, let's get into today's video. Amazing bullet. This is 21 pieces. 21 pieces. Very interesting. So now, we are going to unbox it. Now, in the unboxing, okay, so when you buy it, this is how you see the box. There are plenty aspects of it. I don't want to unbox and display it on the table. Then, you know, you don't really understand what does this one, what do you use this one for and all that, because there are a lot of items inside. So my first directive to you is to divide the items into sections. So I'll be removing them from it according to the section. The same advice is what I'll give to you. If you remove everything inside your kitchen and you've not fully understood how to use all of them, you may be found wanting somewhere. So take your time and understand the section very well so that if you want to blend a particular item, you know what you are picking from the box. Are you getting what I mean? So let's divide it into 4 sections at the moment, okay? Now, the first section, if you can watch the screen and see. The first section I'm showing you is the motor. The first section is the motor. Now, the motor is only one in the blender. The motor is only one. Normally, we call it power base. Okay? Power base. The next section you'll be looking at is the blade section. The blade. So I said divide it into 4 sections. First, we have looked at the motor. The second section is the blade. The blade are 2. We have the cross blade, and then we have the flat blade. I will take my time and show you how to use each one of them. Okay? Then the next section we are looking at is the party marks. The party marks, and then their cover lids or cover rings. Party marks and then their cover rings. Then the last section we are looking at is the bullet blender the bullet blender, and then the extractor. The bullet blender and extractor. Now, let's get back to me right now. So we have divided the whole items in this box into 4. You have said the first one is the motor. So let me remove the motor and look at it. Now, this is the motor. This is how the motor is. So when you take it from the box, this is how it is. So you remove the rubber from it, and that's that. That's the motor. Now, automatically, the motor has, when you take it from the box, you see one of the blenders inside. So I'll get back to it. I just want to tell you about the motor, but I'm just showing you that when you take the motor, you see one of the blenders inside it already. So we'll get back to that. So this is the motor. The motor is very good, but it's not a commercial blender motor. We have displayed commercial blenders to you already. Okay, so this motor is good, very, very good. It can do all your blending at home, your tomatoes, your onions, your fruits, your spices and all that. But the power is not the level of a commercial blender. This is 250 watts. 250 watts. And commercial blender, I have told you, is 4,500 watts. Some are 8,000 watts. But this is 250 watts. So please be mindful of that. So this is the first thing I've spoken to you about, the motor. Let's put it somewhere. The next section I told you about is the blade. And I told you we have 2 types of blade. So let me take this one out. This is one of the blades. Let me show you the other one. This is another blade. So these are the 2 types of blade that you can find in this amazing bullet package. Okay, this is the cross blade, this is the short blade. Now the short blade is meant for spices. It's meant for spices. The cross blade is 4 and it's very sharp. This is meant for all other heavy blending except spices. So if you want to blend your fruits, use a cross blade. If you want to blend tomatoes, your onions, your ginger, any other thing you blend at home, use the cross blade. Again, we are still going by the sections. I told you, divide all the items into 4 sections. Section 1, the motor. We have told you about the motor. This is it. Okay? Section 2 is the blades. And we said there are 2 types of blades. You have the cross blade and you have the flat. So these are the 2. Let's put them somewhere. Go to the other section. The other section we told you they are called party marks. Party marks. Let me bring them out. The party marks are 4. So these are the party marks, and they are 4. Now I'll show you more details about these party marks. They are not necessarily meant for you to use it for blending. Please note, they are not necessarily meant for you to use them for blending. It is used for drinking. Maybe you have done kenke, and when you are done blending, you pour it in, then you start drinking. Or you have gone out for party. Okay, these can serve as caps for you. These party marks or party caps come with their lids. So you can choose to use them like that, like this, and just drink, pour your drink in and drink. Or these are the lids. They come with 4 lids. They come with 4 lids. Now, these lids are in colors. Reason is that maybe you want to allocate, you have gone out, you have 4 friends. And you want to allocate green cup for someone, blue for someone, so that somebody doesn't take somebody's drink, okay? So they made it in colors. How do you fix it? You take the ring like this, the lid, put it on it, take your time, make sure it has balanced well, and then just turn it. Turn it until it gets to the base, and that's it. So it becomes a cup. You can drink your, when you make a juice, or you blend your kenkey, mashed kenkey, all right? So therefore, meant to be put on the party marks or the party caps. Again, we've told you are dividing all the accessories inside this box into 4. Whatever we teach here at Mulkey Shopping, we make it easier for you, okay? So I believe you're following. The first is the motto. The second is the blades, flat blade, cross blade. The third is the marks, and then their rings or their lids. Okay? Now, let's look at the final section of the accessories in this box. The final section I told you is the blender jars. Okay? There are 3 blender jars you can find. This is the first one. This is the second one. And this is the third one. I believe I'm done with this box. So, okay, there are some accessories inside I'll show you. So I'll let it be here for some time. So this is the first blender you find, the second blender, the third. Now, all these blenders have uses and what you can use them to do. We'll take you through that. I'm not even done at all. At the moment, we are just introducing the accessories to you. I'm now going to show you what you can use each to do and how to set it up. Okay? That's why I'm saying that take your time and watch this video to the end. Don't rush and say, oh, I've understood. You may not have fully understood it, so take your time. Okay? Now, these are the 3. I'll show you how to use them properly. Then there's the last accessories that go with the blenders. The first one is here. This one is the one you use to press inside the blender if you want to make your juice. All right? So I'll take you through that properly. Then there's another accessories. This one, normally called the shaker. It's normally called the shaker. I'll take you through the shaker very well. They all go with the blenders. Okay, this is called the shakers. I'll take you through what they do. These are all the accessories, and it comes with a very wonderful manual. This is the best manual I've ever seen in a product. Very, very condensed. Every food item you want to blend, how to do it is in the manual. Now, you can watch this video and have the full understanding, but if you are someone who likes to read the manual and also understand properly how to go about it, please, I'm recommending this manual to you. Take your time and read it. So these are all the accessories that come with it. I've told you, let's group into 4. Okay? The motto. Okay, this is the motto. This is the blades, the party marks or party caps with their rings or their covers, the blender jars, and the accessories. These are the 4 group of items. It will be easier for you like this when you want to blend something. All right? At this moment, if you are having any challenge understanding, you can take your time and go back and play it again to fully understand it. This is the Amazing Bullet blender. Now, let's go into the party marks. Then, as and when I finish talking about them, I'll place some of them into the box so that we can get space on the table, or I'll shift it here, of course. You can get space here. So let me take the box out of sight. Now, I told you that the party marks are meant for drinking of your juice or your kenkey or whatever. But you can also use it as a blender jar. How do you do that one? Just remove the ring. Even though it's not a blender jar, these are the blender jars. But I'm saying you can use this one as a blender jar. How do you do that? Use this, take your blade, fix it perfectly. And when you are fixing, you take your time and ensure that it has balanced very well. If not, it will leak. So those of you who have bought it and you are seeing leakage, it's because you didn't fix it very well. So take your time and balance it and screw and all that until it fully fits. Now, don't you have your jar? Even though it's a cap, but you have a jar, you can insert it in the motor and blend. Perfecto. Okay? However, we have main jars there. So don't go and use the cap always as jar. It is only when maybe your jars are misplaced or you have a problem with the jars, then I'm giving you a tip that you may consider using your caps as jars. Now let me take it back. This is just a tip. But the main purpose of the cap is for drinking, okay? So now you are done with the caps. I'm sure you have understood fully how to go about the cap. So let's put them somewhere here. And then the manual, of course, I've told you to pay attention to it. So let's put this also somewhere here. The blades. I've told you about the blades already. The flat blade is for spices. So what do? Take your spice jar. This is your spice jar. This jar is your spice jar. Don't use the bigger one for spices. Because I've told you already from our previous videos in the commercial blender video that if you load it too much, it will put pressure on the motor. And so normally spice jars are small. So this is the spice jar. Put it down like this and fix your spice on it. Make sure it balances very well and fix it perfectly until it has locked. Then don't over tighten it too. Don't over tighten it. Okay? So this is your spice blender. Okay? So you insert it inside the motor and that's it. Now, let's go into how you do the insertion in the motor. Very, very important stuff here. So please note. You can see that there are 3 nuts. There are 3 nuts on the jar. And there are 3 spaces on the motor. Now, when you plug the motor without the jar in it, the motor will not work. The motor will not work if there's no jar placed on it. And I've told you already that anytime you want to use an extension, ensure that the extension has a bigger watt than that of the blender. So let's do a sample scenario for you here. So I have a Bolt Plus extension here, which is 4,000 watts. Now, when I put the plug in it, the motor doesn't work because the jar switch inside the motor has not been pressed on. So what we recommend, please note, what we recommend to you is don't plug it yet until you have fixed your blade or your jar. So make sure the 3 nuts, fix the 3 nuts here, like this, okay? Let me place my extension down, it's disturbing me a little bit, I'll get back to it. So what you do is, these 3 nuts, place it inside the 3 spaces, press on it, you hear sound, a k sound. So press on it, then you turn it. That's how you fix the jar. If you want to remove it, press on it to go down, turn it to the space, and then remove. If you want to fix it, let the 3 nuts on the jar, fix the 3 spaces on the motor, press on it and turn, and that's it. Now you can connect your extension, and then immediately I connect, you realize that it will be working. If you want to off it, just take away, if you want to off it, just take away your plug. There's no button switch on it. The switch is inside. That's why this jar must be pressed on. Now, the motor comes with a ventilation system here. Very, very useful. Please, don't wash the motor with water. Just clean it. You can use wet cloth to clean it, but don't wash it with water. Note it very well. Also try your best to make sure that your hand doesn't touch the blade. That's very important. So that's how you work with the motor. And this is the spice jar. The spice jar goes with this blade. It goes with a flat blade. Please note that very, very well. The spice jar goes with a flat blade. Don't use a flat blade for the bigger jars, please. We are done with this. Now let's go to the cross blade. This is for bigger blending or bigger items blending, tomatoes, kenkey, onions, and all those things. So you can use this jar or you can use a very big jar. How do you do that? Again, we've showed you. Okay. Put it down. You set your jar like this. Take your time and ensure that it has balanced very well. Okay. And then turn it around until it fits very, very well. That's it. If you want to insert it in your motor, ensure that the 3 nuts fit in it like this. Press on it, turn it. That's it. If you want to remove it, press on it, turn it, then take it out. Now, the same cross blade is used for the blender, the bigger blender here. So if you want to blend your tomatoes, your kenkey, you need this one. How do you do that? Please ensure that you have taken away this, the distiller. It's also called the extractor. I'll take you through that, but for now, let me put it here. So this is your bigger jar. The big jar comes with a sealer here. Take it out nicely and put it down. It comes with spare ones as well. The sealer comes with spare ones. So even if this one gets missing, you have some. Don't leave it raw like this in your dishes. Always make sure you have sealed it. So that's the sealer. Put it down and then insert your blade. And of course, I've told you to use the cross blade for the bigger blenders. So insert it, ensure it has balanced very well, turn it around until it fully grips. Put it on it, let the tray connect, press, turn. That is that. Your blender is ready. Your blender is ready. Okay? So you can pour in your tomatoes. You can pour in this 1.1 liter. The bigger jar here is 1.1 liter. So you can pour in your tomatoes, you can pour in your onions, your kenkey, your juices. Okay? Now, if you are blending something and you want it to automatically be turning it around for you, remove this top here, just thin it and remove it. And insert this thing. So when it's blending, it will be stirring it for you. All right? Very, very key. Very, very key. I hope you are flowing. I'm almost done with the with unboxing and describing every single item to you. So please follow to the end. Now, this blender is mostly known for blending juices. So how do you do your juice with this blender? There are two ways. There are two ways. What are the two ways? Please follow. The first is this. Remove the blade. Insert this one, the sealant, okay? Insert that one so that when you pour something inside this jar, it will not fall down. I'm still showing you how to use this amazing blender here for your juice. So please follow. So fit this one very well. Remove the top like this. Then insert your extractor. Sorry. Insert this extractor. When you insert it, make sure it has fit very well. There are angles on it and there are angles inside this one too. So make sure the angles are fit. Okay? And press on it. Press on it very well. And make sure the angles are fit very well. Then cover it. Okay? This is how originally you see it coming down from the blender. I mean from the box. So make it this way. And then use a different blender jar to blend your fruits. I'm showing you the two ways to do your juice. So use this one to blend your fruit. Let's say you're doing orange juice. So use this one to do your fruits. When you're done blending, remove the blade and pour your juice that you have blended inside it like this. When you are done, use this one to be pressing it. As you are doing that, the extractor will be extracting the juice and then leaving the chaff inside. That's one way. That is if you know you blended more fruits. That's my recommendation. So that immediately you are done, you pour it in, then another one is blending as you are extracting. Then another one is blending. Then when you are done, you pour it in. That is one way of doing your juice. So when you finish extracting, there's no way removing anything. Just carry it like this and pour it inside your cup. Because the extractor will extract all the juice out, in the bigger jar, leaving the chaff inside the extractor. So you just pour out the juice and you are good to go. We will do a video separate for you, but today's video is to show you how it is used, unboxing. But we'll take our time and do videos bit by bit, one by one, how to do mango juice, how to do orange juice, pineapple juice with this, okay? So don't worry, we'll do it for you. So that is how it goes. That's one way of doing the juice. Either you do it this way or, okay, let's go to the second way of doing the juice. The second way you can do the juice is don't put this one here. Rather, use the blade itself. Okay? So how do you do that? Remove the extractor. Remove this sealant down here. And fit the jar inside your blade. Make sure it has locked very well. Now insert the extractor like this. Again, make sure the extractor, the holes and extractor fit very well inside there. Okay? And then you cover it. Now you insert this. The blade is already in. You now insert it inside the motor. And you are blending. At the same time you are blending your juice, it's extracting. That's just another way of doing it. As at the same time you are blending, you are pressing, then it's extracting into the extractor, and then you pour it in your cup, you throw out the shaft. So you see that you are blending the juice in another jar, pouring it into the extractor, and then be extracting the juice separately as another one is still blending, or blending directly, and at the same time you are blending, you are also extracting at the same time. Again, we'll do a video of it for you, show you the two ways of blending with it. This is the full setup of the blender. The last thing we are going to show you is how to use a sprinkler. Okay? Now the sprinkler normally works with this small jar here, but you can use this one too. Those of you who are into food, catering and all that, or at home, the sprinkler can be your spice sprinkler or your salt. Pour in your salt or your sugar or your spices, cover it with this. So anytime you want to apply salt, you just sprinkle like this on your food. Okay, that's it. If it's sugar, either use this one or this one. Cover it nicely. I told you when you're covering, you have to be careful to make sure it balances very well. So you sprinkle it. So if you are going to use this one for your salt, and you're not ready to sprinkle the salt on your food yet, you can choose to use the sealer to seal it, so that your salt is always inside somewhere. If you want to apply it using the sprinkler, instead of using your hand to dip into the salt and sprinkle it on your food, or use spoon, you just use a sprinkler and then you are good to go. These are the full accessories of the Magic Bullet blender. I hope you have loved it. I hope you have understood it. I hope you have no challenge using it. It's 21 pieces. And when you say 21 pieces, it includes everything. So when you count everything inside, you get 21. Every single item, you get 21. This is the full description or unboxing of the Amazing Bullet or the Magic Bullet blender. Please, you can go back and watch if you've not fully understood it. But like I told you, today's video is the unboxing. Follow the channel. That's why you have to subscribe. That's the more reason why you have to subscribe, please. So follow the channel and subscribe so that when we use this blender to do other types of blending, you can be notified and you can get it to watch. I hope you have loved this video. I hope you are with us. I hope you are loving us as we also love you. Continue to stay with us and share our videos, like our videos, comment on our videos, and we hope to give you more. Thank you so much for watching and hope to see you again for our next video. This is Mulkey Shopping YouTube channel and my name is Emmanuel. Stay tuned for more.
Mulkey.